Attention all staff! Headmaster Watari has called this meeting today to discuss an extremely pressing issue. Recent reports of unacceptable behavior from school staff have been brought to my attention. We're gathered here today to discuss. Okazaki, would you like to start us off?
I'm innocent.
Okay, that's a good starting point. Allow me to rebuttal. Okazaki, what the heck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Why are you being weird all of a sudden? You used to be weird in like a quirky and fun way, and you still are. But like with Wada, now you're bad weird. You're too weird. Why are you being weird?
I just have an interest in him.
Like what? Like you like him?
No, definitely not.
Then what is it?
I just find him psychologically interesting. He has extremely strong reactions to stress. I'm curious about why.
Okay, that's something. We can work with that. If you can figure out why Wada acts weird, will you stop bullying him?
Yes. Maybe? I think I already know why.
Okay, so work with me here. Bounce off me. Let me be your springboard. Give me your thought process.
Well, we know he lives alone, right?
Right. The rabbit said that.
And we know he was in the foster system.
Right?
I think the reason he was in the foster system is that he comes from an abusive home.
Very possible. I mean, if not, they would have probably just put him back with his parents at some point, right?
I think that it's a little more complicated than that. But the fact that he's already living alone at his age makes me think that, at the very least, he doesn't have any family that he can be living with at the moment. I think that's because his home was ill-fitting. It would explain a lot of the things that I've noticed about him.
Oh, yeah?
For starters, he's extremely underweight. When I picked him up earlier, it was like picking up a cat. He just weighs nothing. He also hoards food in his room, right? Tamba mentioned that. But why hoard food if you aren't going to eat it?
Good question.
I think he probably comes from a home facing food insecurity. It's a pretty common reaction for children who aren't being fed. He's hoarding food under the concern that he won't have access to food in the future. But because he doesn't want to run out of food, he never eats the hoard.
Oh, I see.
So, we know that he was in foster care. We know that he lives alone. We know that he has some issues surrounding food. What else do we know? Well, one thing I've noticed is that whenever he's under extreme stress, he starts defensively claiming that he didn't do anything or that he doesn't understand what he did. Things like that. It makes me think that in the past, he was probably put under similar levels of stress whenever he did something.
What do you mean?
I mean that when he committed what his parents considered to be a slight, he would be punished with abuse. That's how things seem to me, at least. It would tie a lot of his behaviors together.
So what's your conclusion then?
My conclusion is that Wada comes from an abusive and neglectful home life. He entered the foster system, where he probably met additional struggles. It's not like the foster system is notoriously comfortable. From there, he moved out at a young age, and now he lives completely on his own. He's probably working through quite a bit of unchecked trauma.
Wow, makes you look really good for locking him in a room, Okazaki.
Well...
Twice!
Well, it was important to know.
No, it wasn't! It was none of our business to know!
We need to be aware of everyone's mindsets, Nishi. Especially right now. There's another motive in play. People are going to start killing each other again soon. We need to be prepared.
Hanano, it was none of your business.
Why are you mad at me?
Because if Wada didn't want us to know that, we shouldn't know. That's his business. And it's especially not grounds for you to treat him like that. Okazaki, you need to leave him alone. I mean it. This ends here. You figured out what you wanted to figure out. There's nothing left for you to find. Drop it.
Fine. I won't trap him again.
Good. Don't. I'm concluding this meeting. I want to go apologize to Wada for this giant mistake on behalf of the school staff. Frankly, you should too.